just stuck here in a dream. Back at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'll stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Good morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Except Joe Buccino joins me as my guest co-host. What's up, big man?
There's a lot. There's a lot
man.
happening. A lot of news. A lot of Army news.
Right. This is gonna be. I like this. This is what I'm talking about. See, you guys know Joe Buccino has been a friend of the station and a friend of the WTF Nation for quite some time. And so just having him coming on and shooting the shit with us as a guest co-host, just like Spanky. Spanky's taking some time off, so he's in the gunner seat with me. And so it'd be just like any other show, except just like how CQ does it, how all the other shows do it. We have a guest co-host, and bam. And then there you go.
Yeah, man. Much love to the nation. You know,
dude.
Always had love for the nation.
Oh, man.
And you know what? The nation has always had love for Joe Buccino.
Always got your back, man. Always got your back.
Yeah, bro.
So real quick, this is the 22nd of August, 2024, in the year of our firing of all of our leadership dumpster fires. Wait, George says, higher ups running this page now? What are you talking about, dude? Higher ups don't run this page. What are you talking about, George? Wait.
What higher up?
I don't know. Is that
does that
George David? Is that a code name for the chief of staff of the Army? Oh, man. Okay, so 3-day timeout on Facebook. Oh, wow. What happened? Everyone's talking, hey, how you guys doing in the chats? We're broadcasting live on all of our platforms. Everything looks like it's going pretty good. I'm seeing all the streams up. So right now we're on 2 Facebook pages. We're even on the Twitter. Yeah.
Okay.
So
but I shouldn't be looking at that stuff?
Nah, don't worry about it. I got the chats. I got the chats going for us, and we can see the chats. Actually, Joe, if you want to, you could go to WTF Nation Radio's YouTube page, and you can see all the chats scrolling through there. So you'll be good.
How many people listen live to this?
Well, see, that depends, man, because we got like I said, right now we got 26 on one platform. We got 30 on another platform, 40 on another platform. 37. The biggest one right now that we've been getting a lot of gains on is the Twitter one. The Twitter is like freaking going nuts on WTF Nation Radio. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
But the grand total over time is like much larger. I know that.
Yeah. After a few minutes, sometimes actually the middle show and the end of the show, people would rather listen to it afterwards as opposed to it being live, and then you'll see it going into the thousands, and that's the replays that But again,
yeah. Okay.
But
okay.
Anyhow, so real quick, so the first story we were going to talk about anyways, and I'm glad you're here because you could speak to the officership of this. Is we got some GO problems going on right now, don't we?
Well, there's one story I saw today. I don't know if you saw this in Task and Purpose.
Oh, Task and Purpose and military.com too. So what's up? What you got?
I guess this guy, Charles Hamilton, 4-star general. Here it is. Pull up the Task and Purpose one.
Task and Purpose one? Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, we got like let me see. Let me go ahead. You can talk while I get it set up. Go for it.
He was the commander of Army Materiel Command back in, I believe, April. He was suspended, the idea being that he was suspended around the idea that he used his influence improperly to help one of one of the officers he'd been mentoring for many years.
Gotcha.
Also a black officer, lieutenant colonel.
Does it matter?
And does it matter? I think it mattered it mattered to him. And the reason it mattered to him is that in this letter that he wrote to the Secretary of the Army that I guess somehow made its way to Jeff Scogel at Task and Purpose, is that he felt that her subordinates, or Christian, her peers had tanked her evals, or had tanked her peer evals. And he's viewing this from the perspective of a black officer who doesn't see sufficient representation in the command ranks, which is something the Army has identified as a problem.
But see, the Army, but the Army though, when they do the selections for their promotion boards, and I think you and I have discussed this back in the day too, is that they always select, they always have someone of minority or someone of opposite gender sitting on these selection boards. So I don't.
Yeah.
What was the mix on this? What was the?
That's not clear.
Okay.
Unknown.
Gotcha.
But he did. So he did go to. He's accused of going to sit the board, and then talking to people on the board about her file, which he says, yes, I did do that because I was invited to do that.
Right.
He was invited to go do that, and he did nothing improper. In fact, there's an email that made its way to Task and Purpose where he was invited to do that very thing by the commander of that board, the Colonel O'Brien. I think Robert O'Brien. He's invited to go do that, and he's invited to go sit her panel, his subordinates panel, and he did. And frankly, this is something that other 4-star generals, 3-star and 4-star generals have done.
Right.
And he did. He asked some questions about her peer evals, which he was concerned about. It was brought to his attention, according to him, that her peers had got together to sabotage her chances at the command assessment program. And maybe just it takes 2 steps back. What we're talking about is the command assessment program. Command assessment program determines which lieutenant colonels and which colonels will go take battalion and brigade command. Oh, you got the letter. You have the letter he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're showing right now.
Yep, that's what I'm showing right now.
Oh wow, I didn't know you had that. I'm explaining all this like you fucking didn't have it.
No. I mean, because I don't want everybody to have to really look at the fucking.
It's a long letter.
It's a long letter. Yeah, it's 4 pages, and so.
But bottom line is that he was asked to go do this. He did it. He asked about her peer evals, and nothing really untoward in there. I know there's other 3- and 4-star generals that have done the same thing on behalf of their subordinates, and ultimately, he had no influence. She failed the command assessment program. They went back. They sent her back through. She failed it the second time.
Gotcha.
So he had no influence. He didn't get her through.
Right.
And really, ultimately, she made her way. She was on the command list for battalion command. Not through his doing. He couldn't do that. That was the only person that could do that is the Chief of Staff of the Army.
Okay.
That was not up to General Hamilton to do that. So, that's Chief of Staff of the Army's doing. Ultimately, Hamilton was asked to do something. He did it. According to him, he did it. And I know there's other people that are involved in this that have been talking to me about this that feel like the Army is making him a victim, really, for a program that may have some other problems.
Yeah, now it almost like it seems like it taints the process now. Like now it's isn't it supposed to be completely out of the net anyways? No, nobody's supposed to know. I mean, most centralized boards, and we've talked about this before, senior NCOs and officers that nobody really knows except for the results. You know what I mean? So and so got selected. So and so got or didn't get selected. Then they post the board trends, and then they post the the results of the board of how many percentage of those selected BZ, PZ, you know, because I know the officer promotion is a little bit different than the NCO promotion. So it just, everyone's in the comments right there. It sounds like fucking
Sounds like what?
It just
I don't
sounds
see
like
the comment.
no, just saying it sounds like this process is being messed with. Also sounds
Well-
like it sounds like it's fishy. It sounds cutthroat.
Hold on a second, though. Hold on. Phil Leach, he gave her. Hold on. He gave her a second attempt and didn't do anything to better herself. Failure is on her. That is true. Ultimately, yeah. Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
He gave her a second attempt. He didn't give her a second attempt. He had no authority to send her back to the board.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't do that.
Right.
He sat her second attempt. He didn't do anything to better her. She didn't do it. Yeah. Okay. I see what he's. Actually, I agree with this guy. I actually agree with this guy. Yes.
Okay.
The failure's on her. That's a good point. By this guy, Phil Leach. It sounds cutthroat, Jim Maverick. Yeah. It sounds pretty cutthroat. Aaron Trent, so the viewers get no input.
Yeah,
I don't know what
that means he's not. Aaron Trent's not getting any attention because I normally read the comments after the person talks, and so now he's like, hey, wait a minute, how come we don't get any input? So you know, that's the way our feedback.
But Aaron, hold on, Aaron, I'm giving you attention. Give me your input. Type in your input right now. What do you want to say?
There you go, Aaron. You're on the spot, homie.
Is he going to say something? Is he going to type something?
I don't know. He's probably give him a minute. So continue talking.
Okay.
So then this process though, where does the? I think the whole the question that really immediately pops into my head is, where's the fucking chief of staff in the army in all this? Why does it take?
Yes, sir.
Why is it the secretary of the army involved, and the chief of staff of the army is kind of like, like, you know, where's he in the mix in this?
Well, he definitely got backstabbed, Aaron Trent. I think what he's saying is General Charles Hamilton got backstabbed. That's what I think people are thinking, is that this guy. I mean, look, ultimately, I don't know, man. You can draw your own conclusions. What do you think of my backdrop? This is a cool backdrop, isn't it?
I was about to say, dude, I've been admiring it right now on another screen, and I'm like, damn, dude, you got the 82nd, you got CENTCOM, you got the little flower, you got a little painting in the background.
Yeah. Phil Leach is my kind of guy. Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so then where's the CSA in all this? You know, the General George. Where's he at? Where is he in the mix in all this?
How is he? Yeah. How is he clean?
Yeah.
I don't know. How is he clean in this? I don't know.
Does he not
I don't
want
know,
to?
man.
Does he not want to get fucking involved? Does he not want to get fucking? I mean, and here's the thing that pisses me off sometimes about army leaders in general is like, dude, if you come out and say something, guys like you and I on a podcast won't be able to shit post back and forth and fill in the gaps for you. I mean, you guys don't know that fucking. Or you guys are just laughing about the 80 deuce stuff, huh? Yeah. Got that 80 deuce going. That's right, PZ.
Well, you know, it's interesting because you would think I've been in the 80s, like the way I talk about it, as much as I know about the history. And if you look around my apartment, you'd think I've been in the 82nd forever. Like, you know, brag guys that were in the 82nd forever.
Exactly.
I was in the 82nd for 2 years. It was a memorable 2 years.
No, oh hell yeah, it was. No, it was.
I did this show. I did this show at the end of my first year.
Yeah. Not only did you
almost got kicked out of the 82nd.
Yeah, but what are you talking about? It catapulted you to your next gig. By you coming on U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio, you were the first one to break the seal of any military leader to come on here, and the next thing you know, kabam! Somebody that we know famously well that said, "Yep, you know what? He needs to come up and do my PA comms and stuff like that." So in a way, it was like a symbiotic relationship, man.
Yeah. Yeah. The job I did after that was working for Mattis.
That's right. I would like to say we had some credit for that. There you go.
Yeah.
I remember the phone calls, baby. Whoop whoop.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, because there were some people on other mill meme pages that were shit talking in the WTF Nation on how we were, how we are. And I'm like, you know what? look, I get it. Some of you guys want the fucking outrage clicks, and you want the outrage and stuff like that. But wouldn't it be better that if we just talk to a fucking organization like how you and I used to talk? I used to just present you receipts, and you'd be like, "Oh shit, I'll fucking handle it." And then you would see in a military media story, it fucking comes out like the same thing with Task and Purpose, the same thing with military.com. All these CSMs and sergeant majors getting relieved. Hey, we kept a running tally. And the next thing you know, you're seeing stories pop up about it. Stories popping up. So in a way, are we doing more than that? I mean, are we doing less or more? Are we not advocating for the troops? You've been our biggest. Can we say this now? Can we say that can we reveal how much work you've done with us in the background or no? Are you?
Yeah, no, do it.
Oh,
I'm not in the Army anymore.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm just saying, man, because there's some people get uncomfortable when they mention us. Joe Buccino, if you guys don't know, a lot of the big stories that have come out that you've seen posted on WTF Moments, and then posted in Army Times, and then posted in other national news, we've all worked together. That's what people don't understand. It's like, I would rather have somebody. I'm honestly loving all the Army WTF posts showing the retentions the retention efforts we've been posting. See,
yeah. That's good stuff.
The retention efforts we've been posting has been kind of how do I say that? It's been our campaign of our own. And how did that start? Is because when we found out that The Rock was going to be involved in some sort of recruiting or retention effort, I got something like this. I got something. How about we just? Go ahead.
Can we just tie a bow around this Hamilton thing so we can move off of it?
Yes, of course. Because I was going to mix it back in there. Go ahead.
Let's mix it back in there because I think there's a tie to the Chief of Staff of the Army, and I'm not trying to come on here. I'm not trying to come on here to bash the Chief of Staff of the Army. I'm just saying. Here's what I'm just saying.
You're the guest co-host, man. You can say whatever you want, just like with Spanky. We jump all back and forth all the time. Go ahead.
Hamilton was suspended ostensibly for pressuring this system on behalf of one of his subordinates, and she fails so he had no success.
Right.
He had no success because she failed the program.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to supposedly pressure the system to get his subordinate through the command assessment program. Well, it didn't work because she failed.
Correct.
Now, Hamilton is in charge of Army logistics, and that's it. He cannot put anybody on the command list. He cannot slot anybody into battalion command.
Right.
How did she end up in the command list?
Exactly.
How did she end up in the command list? Not by Charles Hamilton.
No, Chief of Staff.
The guy who's suspended.
Yeah. To go right back to it, that's what I'm saying. Aaron asks, did she fail, or was it set up for her to fail?
Well, we don't know. We don't know. I mean, bottom line is to answer that question, there's a program, and it is a good program, right? It gives anything that allows more information in rendering a decision about battalion or brigade command is good.
Right.
So it's a good program, not a perfect program, but it's a good program. And she failed it. On the merits, whatever it is, she failed it. So that's that for Charles Hamilton. He goes back to Army Materiel Command. That's it. Yeah. Now, next thing we know, she's on the command list anyway.
Right.
That's has nothing to do with Charles Hamilton.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing going back to, can you smell what The Rock is cooking?
I didn't understand that story. Can you explain that story? Because I didn't quite.
Go back. So we'll get to that. But again, where's the Chief of Staff on it? Where's the Chief of Staff of the Army in all of this? Why is it? I'm telling you, dude. It's almost like does the Secretary of the Army now have to do NCO work? Hey, is she coming in there saying, well, fuck, if I can't look, if no one else is going to fire for a GO or suspend a GO for some bullshit, then I'll fucking do it. So then where does that leave the Chief of Staff of the Army and all this stuff? Where does it really leave this? Okay, so is he, like you said, he puts officers, I could say, in those command positions, correct? I mean, that's the way the process is supposed to work. Yeah. So I'm kind of like thinking
he can override and say this person failed, but this person's going into command anyway. The AMC commander, I'm sorry, cannot do that override.
No. So then what? I think there's a little bit more like there's more like emails, or there's more talking to. Should there be a FOIA? Should there be more conversations about? Okay, so then how did she get put in the position then? How did she get in the and why isn't the Secretary of the Army just like cutting, just chopping heads at this point? Because at this point, then who fucking overrides are kind of rare. No one wants their hands dirty. Yeah. Oh, Spanky is in the chats asking how come the SMA hasn't said anything. Ooh, what? That's kind of like an NCO. That's like an NCO delineation line of the.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that the SMA would be involved in that. To be honest with you.
I don't think so either.
Now, I think. Now, have any sergeant majors gotten in trouble today? Because it seemed like. It was like every day.
Load it. Oh, well, what sergeant majors haven't been busted today? Come on, let's go back to the Rock. You wanted to talk about the
Rock, yeah. Well, I didn't follow the story, so go ahead.
Okay.
Lay it out for me.
So now I will lay out the reason why. Everyone's asking, why is WTF Moments posting everybody? Why is everybody fucking re-enlisting? Why is everybody fucking WTF Moments is just all they're doing now is highlighting people re-enlisting? Well, first off, dude, I'll tell you fucking why. There was a news article that came out a long time ago that The Rock was going to visit the Pentagon to discuss his efforts into the recruiting efforts. Like he was supposed to have gone in and discussed and talked about recruitment and all that shit. And it didn't happen. The Army paid shit, dude, I think what, $11 million or something like that? And $11 million for him just to post some comments talking about, hey, mahalo, aloha, whatever he says every time he comes on there and says, oh, well, we're talking about this, we're talking about soldiers. It was with the UFL. And it was an $11 million campaign that was considered so unproductive that 38 recruits changed their mind about enlisting. Now, this is with the UFL. So he came to the fucking, he came to the Pentagon, shaking hands, Chief of Staff of the Army, high five, the people's elbow, the eyebrow, whatever you want to call it. And everyone was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So when we heard about that, now mind you, we didn't take any fucking cash. I would have loved to take some fucking cash of that. $11 million to do some posts about soldiers re-enlisting. So I said to the team, from now until the fucking end of the fucking fiscal year, we're going to post people re-enlisting. And,
I see. Okay.
And so I said to some of my friends that are still in, hey, send me some imagery of your soldiers re-enlisting. And we'll call this the More of This campaign. And they're like, well, okay, well, what's the big deal about it? Well, who cares? What's going on? Well, that's because The Rock came in, got paid a bunch of millions of dollars for him to talk about Army recruiting and joining the Army. He was supposed to have posted some items. There were some fucking deliverables on this that he was supposed to provide. He didn't. He didn't provide shit. So I said, okay, from now to the end of the fiscal year, WTF Moments will do what's called the More of This campaign, which basically is showing all those fucking haters out there that say nobody's re-enlisting. Who wants to fucking re-enlist? Why is everybody fucking blah, blah, blah? So to show all the haters out there that we do have soldiers re-enlisting. We do have soldiers that are fuck yeah, they're signing contracts. They're posting stuff. We post it every day, every fucking day. And not one, we'll get it from the leaders. We get it from the soldiers. We get it from family members. We've actually got, Joe, family members that have emailed us or sent us messages saying, hey, thank you so much. I didn't know my son was re-enlisting and I was trying to get out there, but we appreciate you posting an image of my son re-enlisting. I couldn't make it to his re-enlistment, but you know what? There you go. So I'm kind of like,
that's very cool.
So when we talk about The Rock, right? Yeah, I'll show you some pictures. Hang on. So we talk about The Rock and we talk about the all you had to do was ask us and we would have done this for free. But we would have, as a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind have taken $11 million to post some shit. $11 million, brother, I would have been able to give you some shit every other day. Not just do 6 posts or something like that. It was a ridiculously low amount of posts. And so with that, and guys, I know this is kind of breaking bad news, but at the end of the fiscal year, the more of this campaign is going to is going to go. This was I don't want to say this was kind of like an in your face thing to the Army that, hey, all you had to do was ask military influencers that are out there, tell us your story about the Army.
Yeah.
Tell us your story about how you enlisted. How did you, like for you, Joe, how did you what made you join the Army? I mean, you don't have to tell a story because that'll be proprietary stuff to WTF no one's. But anyways, I'm just saying, I think you would have been able to tell a great story to a military influencer of why you joined the military and would have been able to pull it off better than The Rock. That's just me.
Yeah.
And again, I will, until, like I said, you guys, everyone's freaking out. What do you mean it's not going to, what do you mean we're not going to have it? Hey, look, we have other content now. It would appear that there's more content that's happening, that we're getting an influx of this. And we were actually, we were actually at the brim. We're actually at the brim of reenlistment photos once we launched the campaign. And so now when someone says, well, we couldn't even get The Rock to post some shit. We couldn't even get The Rock to post an enlistment picture. Like this soldier right here. One of the comments that one of the NCOs sent to us. Our superstar supply specialist Barraza, wanted to reenlist in the pool. So we had a voluntary formation of soldiers in our unit and her friends, and then they re-enlisted in the pool. She is the only supply in our company and served as our supply sergeant at our recent NTC rotation, and she's an absolute asset to the unit. Dude, The Rock couldn't do this? The Rock couldn't have grabbed a story of a soldier. Hey, you're on a detail. You're going on some permissive TDY. For what? You're going to hang out with The Rock, and you're going to sit down and talk to The Rock about your story of why you joined. And I guarantee it, that would have generated even more, I guess you would say, put him in boots. And once we launched the more of this campaign, that campaign was so viral now that you can't even, I mean, at this point, like I said, now it's name your enlistments. How do you want to be remembered when you reenlist? So a soldier says, hey, I'm reenlisting on the tower. Will you guys post this? Fuck yeah, give it to us. Tell us what's going on. And then, yep, there you go. Now it's getting crazy. I'm not crazy, but now it's getting good. Now soldiers are so, they got a little bit of innovation and ingenuity going on that they'll post videos. And they'll post videos of them reenlisting, like this one right here. I think this is one of the best ones too, that we've posted, and I think it's pretty badass. These guys are, reenlisting in front of
my God.
Guys reenlisting in front of HIMARS.
Oh my God.
So that was a whole disconnect between The Rock and why that's why the WTF Nation always laughs about The Rock. Because now The Rock didn't fucking, at least, bro. And also the fan base, you kind of turned away your fan base. You kind of like set yourself up for failure when you wanted to sit there and, hey, I love the Army. The Army's great, and I want to do this. And then next, okay, you're all right. Well, let's fucking do it. And here, and this right here, I know you like this one here because we both jump. So look at this one right here, man. Bam, 80 deuce, baby.
Is that Pat Work? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I think it is. Oh my God, what a guy!
Yeah,
awesome, love it.
So that was the thing with the me and Spanky talked about this too, about how The Rock could really would have capitalized this.
Oh yeah,
and probably would have, I don't know, he probably would have, I don't want to say gained more fame or gotten more notoriety, but it would
certainly some goodwill, a lot of goodwill.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So
let me ask you about this Sergeant Major thing, because I've just heard like bits and pieces.
Oh man.
let me just say, it's I will say this. I feel like, and you tell me if I'm wrong, it's hard to be a Sergeant Major right now, and it should be. But if you think about when you and I came in the Army, it was easier to be a Sergeant Major.
Mm-hmm.
It was a different Army. They could haze, they could belittle, they could humiliate.
Gotcha.
And then it just seemed, and then now it's a smarter Army now. I don't know if that's why these guys are getting in trouble. I actually don't really know the story. The only one I saw was the Knapp, Sergeant Major Knapp was the only one that I read, and I don't know any of the details behind it, but I don't know. It seems like there were after Sergeant Major Knapp and like yesterday morning there were like 7, 8, or 9 that.
Yeah, currently right now there have been 8 sergeant majors that have been fucking up, and only a few of them have hit the media. And and so when that happened, like now it's almost like we just kind of going back to the 2015 days. Hey, if you don't want to post something, we'll post it for you. And a lot of it is other mill meme pages. Like you have Fancy Bear that covers the 82nd. And then you have the 101st Meme and Eagles. They're the 101st version of that, and they were the ones that reported heavily because it's a 101st meme page. It's all 101st mill meme related. And so
I will say this. Let me just say,
go for it.
I don't want to touch this thing here. I hope they have receipts about what they're talking about before they put that all over the internet. I don't want to touch it. I hope they have receipts. I hope they know what they're talking about before they put that all over the internet.
I think they do. And the reason why I say is because Sergeant Major Gerald from 1st IO Command, he was involved with her.
I don't know who that is.
He was involved with her. So she was the first one, or not first one. It was the first one actually was from that was reported first on Task and Purpose was from the 173rd Airborne Brigade. And that was CSM Matthew Carlson. He was the first guy.
I do remember that.
And so he was the first one. Yeah. And Chris goes, let me guess, she was fucking everybody. That and led to the environment and conditions of everybody fucking everybody else. So that was the other thing.
I don't know what I don't know.
No, I understand. So CSM Carlson was the first one, and then the second one was CSM Knapp, and then the third one was that has not been reported yet at this time, and that's a CSM out of Fort Huachuca, and that CSM is under the ringer as well. And then we have another CSM that was at the U.S. Disciplinary Barracks that's not been reported. That's the fourth one.
Where is that? That's Fort Leavenworth.
That's Fort Leavenworth. Yeah. Yep.
Man.
And then Sergeant Major Gerald, who was involved with Knapp, that was the that's another one. And then the other one we got going is that we have was Sergeant Major Rubio that we reported. And so
that was like yesterday. That was
yesterday, correct, out of Fort Moore.
It was a domestic violence situation, I think.
Correct. That's the domestic violence one. And so again, what's going on with the CSMs? I don't know, man. I just think that, and how do I say this? From the inbox and the input and feedback that we see from the timeline, it's...
Hey, man, I'm sorry. Is this guy even physically fit to be a sergeant? I mean, look at this guy. Does he meet... Could he do PT?
Do you know that if you hit a specific score on the ACFT, Joe, you don't have to worry about getting height and weight? There are some big uns out there that can crush it. I mean, you know this. We've seen this back at Liberty.
He doesn't look like a sergeant major. Sorry. But he doesn't.
Well, he is one. Yeah, he's a sergeant major.
I think, look, it's hard to be a sergeant major. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I respect the sergeant majors. It's hard to get to be a sergeant major, CSM, and it's hard to be one. Now, all these guys seem like they deservedly got in trouble, but I respect the hell out of the CSMs, the good ones.
But we're like almost on 8. We still haven't even had the one that got a DUI doing the mission support to Ukraine in Europe. That one hasn't even been brought up, and I'm like, bro,
it's a bad place to get a DUI.
Yeah, it's like, fuck, bro. How is it? I mean, because
I could see how it could happen. I can see
how it could happen, but still, man, it's like these are the same. Because then you start looking back at the cases, or you start look at our timeline. of these individuals that have led the soldiers that we have posted information about. When we have a soldier about saying my first sergeant didn't let me go do this, or my CSM didn't get to do that because he said this standard this and this standard that, and then there's another. Well, then they're the ones that are doing the same shit, or they're the ones that are violating the standard. They're the ones that aren't meeting the standard. Imagine how many people got put out. And that's a good. How many people? Exactly. How many individuals were put out for DUI? And then we're not even talking about what's going on the soft side of the house. There's also some stuff happening on the soft side of the house.
I don't know. I wouldn't know that.
Oh, we know. We I should have briefed you in, man. In the soft side of the house, it's more of the tab revocations. It's more of is like individuals that fuck up. Some individuals get their tabs revoked. Other individuals,
I see.
It makes it sound like it's a good old boy system when they don't get their tabs revoked. Are we still keeping?
Well,
go ahead.
Let me ask you a question of the nation here, and then I'm going to answer it on my own opinion.
Go for it.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking the nation.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
When these sergeant majors get in trouble, all the Army says is we lost trust and confidence in Sergeant Major Knapp, or whoever the sergeant major is. And I think people feel like that's inconsistent with what we say when a soldier has a 15-6 or, a soldier gets in trouble. And here's my answer to that. It's kind of a mealy-mouthed. It's a soft answer. But if a sergeant major gets in trouble very publicly and it's in the papers, do you need to besmirch their reputation forever by describing what they did? Or can you just let them get relieved with we lost trust and confidence? I don't know. I think I would lean towards, because I know that's kind of in discussion among soldiers, is that, well, we should know that the Army should publicize what this sergeant major did, because after all, this sergeant major is like crushing people's careers and getting people in trouble. I understand that. I'm just saying that the difference is if you put that out publicly, you're potentially destroying that sergeant major's reputation for the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
You're talking about the existence of the internet. I'm just interjecting. I'll let the comments in there. Is like
I don't know if that was clear what I'm saying.
No. You're saying is should we go ahead and throw out the details of what a CSM does?
Yeah.
As opposed to what the Joes do, and with the Joes when they get slammed, we get
the blotter don't lie.
Yeah, which they're all. I mean, the blotter don't lie, and they don't like to air that dirty laundry. The only reason why we knew that the old 3-Corps CSM was forced retired for abusing his rank and position was because it got leaked by somebody.
That's an old story. That's a very old story.
That's a real old story. The Army needs to do more about it and post about it. The Navy has zero problems with doing it. You're right.
True.
The Navy's has the Navy. What they do is we fired this individual for loss of trust and confidence in their abilities to lead, and then they go. The investigation concluded that this individual ran a boat aground and was being toxic to his soldier or his sailors. So that's the thing. The Army doesn't do that. I mean, we post fucking blotter sheet, the busting sheets, the UCMJ stuff. When you're deployed overseas, like Task Force Spartan and those guys, they slam people. You see them like, oh, the specialist did this, specialist did that, blah blah blah. A major did this, a major did that. But when you hear about a CSM, when you hear about a GO, I mean, look about the the information. Let's go back to Hamilton. Look about the information about Hamilton. That shit came out quick. All the details, letters, email, at least the letter that he put. And what was the situation by, what was his name? What was it? Colonel O'Brien? He said the same thing. So at that point, hey man, are you not going to bust him out? So what makes a CSM different than a fucking specialist or PFC?
Yeah. Well, I think Phil Leach and Peter Parker Zanoff have turned me around on this issue. I agree that what they're saying is that where soldiers get booted out with nothing, Sergeant Major gets severance package and pension. So we should have this information. I guess more transparency is better.
I mean, when you think about it, though, also too, Joe, when you think about it, we don't really know about somebody's CSM or Sergeant Major life until they run for office. Ooh, did I just say that?
Jesus.
Post that one. Yeah, I'm about ready to post it right now. So here's the thing that I was talking about right here. This was a sharp adverse action done against a lieutenant colonel. See, this lieutenant colonel.
Okay, what am I looking
This
at?
is that inherent result, OIR. So a former sharp complaint was filed against Lieutenant Colonel for sexually harassing a female subordinate.
Where was this posted? Is this what am I looking at?
This was posted on our timeline at U.S. Army WTF Moments, but
this is a picture of what?
This is a picture of the board. You know how they have the bus board, the board that says the EO board and all stuff like that. And so a formal sharp complaint was filed against Lieutenant Colonel for sexually harassing a female subordinate officer. And then there's details of it. The 15-6 investigation found that the Lieutenant Colonel made inappropriate comments about the female soldier, saying that the officer had a fat ass, and separately telling the officer that her body was a work of art, and commented to the officer, "It's not like we fucking." Now, those details, if soldiers see that happening and they see leaders getting busted, they're going to go like, "Yep." And like Phil said, hey, you post something like that, you'll know that shit's not tolerated within an organization. You'll know that, okay, you post that shit, oh, fuck, I better mind my fucking P's and Q's because A, it's going to get posted on U.S. Army WTF Moments, and B, a fucking Mill Media person, well, name your Mill Media, will bust it out. Something will be something where promoting, maybe you fucking educate yourself. Tasking purpose is another bullshit. Damn, Nathan. Damn. What's all the hate in there, Nathan? Dude, what are you talking about?
What was that? What is it? I didn't get that.
Nathan was in there talking about how, it'll get covered, all the bullshit, talking about the tasking purpose. There's another bullshit network. Maybe you fucking educate yourself. Damn, Nathan's fucking hostile in the chats. That drill was a hell of a dude.
Well, tell me what he said.
Yeah, that drill was a hell of a dude.
What's he so angry about?
I don't know. The drill was a hell of a dude. Maybe some should have some context behind the actual man instead of the action. Yeah, Nathan's fucking
Nathan, don't come in so hot because we don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So explain what you're talking about before you fucking come in hot with us.
I know.
We're your friends here. We're trying to communicate with you.
So now. So it's not like we're trying to fucking y'all thought I was bad. No. The Army slammed SMA Gene McKinney in public forum for sexual harassment. Yeah, I remember that. Gene McKinney.
One other thing that happened in my life recently.
Oh wait, hang on. Here's what we posted. This was the DUI from the E9, the CSM that got busted back in April.
Oh, you didn't put his name.
Well, yeah, we didn't put his name because we want to. We this is kind of like a signal. Hey, put this shit out before we do. You better put it out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
Somebody got mad and said that we extort units when we do this. And I'm like, how are you? Still waiting the lowdown on Sergeant Major Carlson. Pretty sure it's crap. Oh, tune in on Montag. Tune in on Monday. I'm gonna speak with an advocacy group who one of the members of that advocacy group is part of the. I don't want to say center of all the mix-up or center of all of it, but she is aware of what's been happening, and she is an Italian media personality. And so,
well, I just want to answer to Phil Leach. When are you going back on tour, Colonel Joe? Take a look. I don't know if you can see this one, brother. I can't take it off. It says certificate of retirement, and at the bottom it says United States Army. There's your answer.
Hang on. Let me get that a little bit bigger right there. Wow. I made you bigger. There you go, so you can see it. There you go. Yeah. So again, there's hey, look, everyone's going off. Look, we're just reporting who's being relieved and what we posted. And you guys going after us and going out. That's still the fact of the matter is you can't get mad about us reporting something or saying this organization.
We're two soldiers talking shit.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
we're doing.
Exactly.
We've been doing this. We've been doing this for almost 10 years, you and I.
Damn, has it been that long? 10,
Yeah,
fuck,
it's been that long.
That was longer than that, but okay. Dude.
One other thing happened in my life that I wanted to make mention of here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, fucking, do you want to take a break right quick, or do you want to keep going? Because we
It's up to you.
Yeah, we normally what we do is at the top of the hour we take a break so everyone can go smoke them if you got them.
How long does the show go? I got another 30 minutes.
That's it. Well, as a matter of fact, then we can keep going. We'll just work through the break.
Let's plow through.
The break. All right, cool. But hey, hang on. Let me answer this. Everyone's getting all mad and getting pissed off about this guy. Look, guys, Sergeant Major Rubio got. I used to drop Jesus off at junior high school. At high school, what are you talking about? He was Joe, but you know what? I just realized, Joe Buccino, I'm older than you.
I turned 50 in 5 days.
Yeah, I'm older than you. Holy shit! So everyone gets.
So, I used to drop Jesus off at high school.
You guys getting pissed off about this stuff. This is open source shit. It's not like we fucking are digging through and finding out stuff. This is open source about Sergeant Major Rubio. This is it right here.
So let me just answer Aaron Trent. As a colonel, have you ever looked back and said, damn, I'm glad I got to retire? I don't think you did anything crazy, but we all had that one ice skate day. Yeah, I don't know. I glad I got to retire. I retired 18 months before I wanted to be honest with you. We've talked about that twice on here. Shit, if people want me to talk about it a third time, I will. But yeah, no, I mean, look, I'm retired. I get paid for my time now. I do a lot of the same thing, but I'm compensated differently, and I can dial it back when I want to dial it back. So, yeah, thanks for the question.
Somebody said that they're surprised that this wasn't on War Thunder.
Yeah.
You heard about U.S. Army WTF moments or 10 years ago? Well, WTF moments was born on January 7th, 2010. There you go. So that's how old this page is. Almost this page is 5 years shy of retirement. It's ready to pick up its own DD-214. So anyways, Joe, you were just saying I want to know about this fucking story you got going on, dude. What fucking?
It came and went pretty quickly.
Why are people talking shit about you still? Like, dude, get the fuck over it, man. It's like, what
find
the fuck?
someone else. So it came and went like in the middle of the night, like pretty quick. So some absolute fucking nobody in Tampa went through my social media, like a 13-year-old girl would, and clipped everything and sent it to 3 reporters in Politico. And one of them wrote it up like I was aggressively bashing the president and the Biden administration. And I was moonlighting as somebody who's bashing the administration, which what I was doing was I was doing what I was asked to do, which I was contextualizing the adjudication of the war in Gaza.
Right.
That's what I was doing. And I was critical of the Department of Defense's stances. In one case, I was very critical of the U.S. Secretary of Defense, which I am
still critical.
Privy to do as a private citizen. I'm not a soldier anymore.
Right.
What's the fucking problem? So anyway, they wrote this up like they had the goods on me, and it ended up like it was really going to be a bad thing. They wrote it up. It ended up just being like sad. And then people who both liberal and conservative went after this. The guy tweeted it out. Daniel Lippman was the reporter. And he tweeted it out, and liberals and conservatives went after him for doing this. Like, just he got crushed for the story. And then it went away within like 2 days, but the whole thing was just kind of sad. And so what it happened, the origin of this is there's an absolute fucking nobody in Tampa who just is obsessed with me and was like literally going through all my social media things, clipping everything and looking for something, sent it off to Politico. And then Politico, you know, they have 12 newsletters they got to do every day, plus the main Politico website, plus Politico Plus. So they have like so much content they've got to release. And they decided this was, I don't know, something, they really had me, you know. I was critical of the Secretary of Defense.
But you were,
by the way,
but you're a citizen. I mean, you're a private citizen right now, right?
Yeah.
And they were trying to contextualize the comments you had made in the past while you were in, as is something you were like now. Which I understand. You know, some of the I'm starting to notice too that everyone's falling into their political tribal, the little tribes now, and almost like there's almost like political prophets now. If you make one comment about one politician, then immediately you have their followers or their cultists. I know this is not a Sergeant Sam topic, coming after you, but what did this get picked up? Did this aside from, I mean, that we know of any fucking importance, I guess you'd say?
No, of no importance. No, it went away pretty quickly. But what really got picked, what generated some momentum is like people being viscerally critical of this guy putting the article together and then tweeting it out. He got crushed. And then I saw him at a party. I saw him at a cocktail party, and I said, I bet if they he might be listening right now.
Good.
I said, I bet if they poured truth serum into you, you would have to admit that you regret doing that because you got fucking crushed. And he kind of like didn't say anything, and then he walked away. And it was like, you know,
what was his name again? What was his name?
Daniel Lippman.
Lippman.
Yeah, Lippman.
I mean, where do I know that? Did I get in an argument with him before defending you or some shit like that? I could have.
You might have been part of this.
Yeah, I mean,
but you know,
I told him.
You know, bottom line is
dropped a Chappelle meme on his ass or something like that, or something.
the I guess if there's like a positive to this, I'm important enough for Politico to write about, for Politico to do a hit piece about.
I mean, dude, you got fucking, you got. It never happens to Ken. I get people pissed off at me too, but I just want to say that, man. How did you get, just because here's my thing. The public affairs world is already divided as it is, and you already have different camps within the PAO world of who you're going to support. Yeah. Like you and I are friends with Christina Wong, and we were cutting it up at your promotion party and having a blast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
hold on. Early 2020, February 2020. Yeah.
Was it that long ago? Shit.
February 2020. But you know what? What's interesting about you and I, we are also friends with Mike Levine.
Yes.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Oh, I see. Everyone talks about, everyone talks about how you get commands pissed at you. No, that's you, Ice. That's not enough. You're saying, Pip, that I want more. So just to bring up real quick, me and Mike served together in the Army at the same time. So we've served together as NCOs, PSYOP, and public affairs intertwining.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he came on board as the IOTA PAC SGM, and he was a master sergeant, but the position was SGM, but I think he was a master sergeant or whatever. I don't want to get in that fucking argument anymore because that's all politics about. You know, who's an SGM, CSM, Master Sergeant, whatever. But he came into the position as the senior PA NCO for the IOTA, and I was there with him for the training.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Before he took off to Afghanistan, and then I went to go do the Dark World stuff at SOCOM. And so, I think somebody fucking damn, you nation are freaking fast. Hang on, there you go. I'll put the story up. There it is. Did you ever try to push up on your guys?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You found it?
Yeah,
or somebody else?
Somebody sent it to me and DM'd it.
Holy shit. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
So that was it. Scoop. That was a scoop. You were a
big time. Oh,
a big time scoop.
Breaking news.
Breaking
Yeah.
news scoop. This is like just about a month and a half ago. Yeah, that's right. I remember dogpiling this.
Now, call Biden foolish.
Yeah, here we
Weak
go.
and ineffective. Well, I don't know. Maybe I was proven right on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
was
Maybe
about
the
to
whole
say,
country thinks that
maybe
now.
the whole country. Is he even still
Foolish,
in? So taking a
I
job
don't know.
at Spirit Aerosystems. Ooh, boing, boing, boing. Ooh, do you want me to post a picture of me and you and Shanahan? Since everybody wants to go.
Yeah.
All right, let me look for it.
No, don't do that.
No, why not? Everyone's like, hey,
Do it.
we're in the
I
we're
do
in the
it.
we're in the boat. Hey, everyone likes to talk about Boeing and talk about all this freaking conspiracy theory shit. Oh man, yeah. Hey, go. Public affairs may have a whole new meaning now. Exactly. So a while back, I was invited to Joe's promotion party, and we had a blast. It was
You
awesome.
had a great time, man.
It was one of the best times. I was able to reconnect with some friends and reconnect with some mentors. See, we talk about you and look what happens. We talk about Politico, and man, you get lit up.
1 second. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'll give you a
Can
second.
you give me a
One second. Yeah, a second. Go ahead. Just mute your mic and then talk. There you go. Anyways, so what was I saying? Oh, so a lot of my mentors and friends were there at the same gig that me and Joe were at. And so we hey, hang out, let's go do this, let's do this meeting and blah 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 blah. And I posted freaking, I think I got the picture in here somewhere. Where me and Joe, there we go. I'll wait till Joe comes back before we talk about the conspiracy theory stuff.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay, all right. So, anyways, this is a big deal, right? We had some pretty notable senior ranking individuals that were there at this event for Buccino's promotion. And name your bigwigs, name your your SGS. He was the one that said, "Hey, I didn't know you were in here." John Kondrowski, great guy. He was one of my PSYOP mentors. I will, until the day I die, will defend that dude. General Kurilla, Christina Wong. I mean, there's a lot of people there that were talking. Well, who's Shanahan? Can you tell the audience who Shanahan was?
Yeah, he was the Deputy Secretary of Defense under Jim Mattis, and then for about 7 months he was the acting Secretary of Defense when Mattis departed. Mattis first quit and then was fired. And then Trump was like, "Well, you can't quit because I'm firing."
Yeah, exactly.
And then he became acting Secretary of Defense, and then longtime Boeing executive.
So
prior to that,
so I'm gonna post a picture to really get the tinfoil going, and I remember Shanahan asking me about information operations and PSYOP and stuff like that, and he like
I didn't hear what you guys were saying, but you were talking to him for a long time.
Yeah, we were he was asking about the where PSYOP is going, its evolution in the cyber realm. I mean, he's pretty smart on that side of the house too. So he was literally picking my brain, and I'm like, yeah. So he was like just going off, and then when he goes, "Well, I want to get a picture with you and Joe. Let's get a picture." So here we are at the promotion. And
That's a great photo.
And I will cherish this image for the rest of my life because it was so awesome to see the I don't know, it was great. So here's my thing too. So what he said and what you said and what I say coming out is going to be held to scrutiny when some of the stuff we don't really have control over, like you don't have control over. I mean, like I said, you're out of the Army. You're out. You're who cares what fucking company you work for?
By the way, I had a kick-ass speech at that promotion ceremony.
That you did. That you they're like you were the host and you. I mean, all of you got. Like I said, I was just honored to sit. I was sat next to a World War II 82nd alumni.
Yes,
and you guys freaking like. I mean, here. Ken, sit next to him. You're both paratroopers. You're both. I felt so humbled when he was like, hey, we're talking about jumping. Do you want to tell you blah, blah, blah? And I was just sitting there listening to him just talk away. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Let's see. Do I have? Yeah, because let me pull up that one portion of it too. So what we're talking about. This is a Josiah. This is Becca Bragg. Before it became, it's kind of set up. Shut up, Gary. I'm not short. I'm average. Oh man, Gary throwing the quit. Leave us short kings alone, dude.
Yeah.
But again, to go back to what I was saying, why was he throwing the hate on there when now everyone admits it? And now you kind of it's kind of funny that now people are saying, oh yeah, we glad he stepped away. We glad this president is no longer, average for Asia. What are you talking about, dude? Did you hear that Biden put American troops in Kursk? Oh man, here we go. So Spirit supplies critical components for military airplanes, and including air refuel. Blah 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 blah. ICE is the tallest Mexican, the shortest German. Thanks. Thanks, dude. So one of the big things that you started, one of the big drama that what was his name? Daniel Lippman was talking about was that you were having conversations.
Having conversations. Yeah.
Op-ed for Rear Clear Defense. Lloyd Austin must resign. Must be forced to resign. and this is about literally what everyone else had on their minds when all of a sudden he was hospitalized.
Yeah.
And he didn't freaking he didn't tell nobody. Nobody didn't tell anybody about anything.
Yeah, he didn't tell the White House, didn't tell the Pentagon. So he was effectively missing for several days.
Right.
So, I mean, look, I came out pretty strong on that. Then everybody else came out behind me after that. I was pretty early on that.
I think everybody was. We were like wondering, hey, he's out of the net. Where is he at? Because this is the same. This guy was a former GO who had mentors that would crush a private on the block if they didn't provide a sick call, quarter slip.
Yeah.
And also the president needed to know where he was at. The Joint Chiefs needed to know where he was at. And you, like you did, we did have a bunch of, I mean, you had James Hutton, you had Fred Wellman, you had Mike Levine, you had Ken Campbell. You even had individuals on the other end of the left and the right protect you on all this. I mean, I think me in there, I said, you need to shut the fuck up or something like that. I mean, all the comments in there, there was even a lot of retired public affairs officers that came out. Is there going to be is he going to follow up on you or what?
No, he's not going to follow up. No, he got crushed.
Yeah.
He got fucking crushed.
Yeah. I think it's fucking funny.
All right. Well, I got to walk my dog here soon.
Oh, you got to go anyways because it's cool. You could take off. I was going to close up and do housekeeping anyways. That's normally what I do about 10 minutes out. So.
Okay. You're good, bro?
Yeah, man. You good? Come on, brother. I love you, man.
We covered a lot of ground, man.
Yeah.
We covered a lot of ground in an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you coming on as a guest co-host too.
Yeah. Much love to you. Much love to the nation.
Always, brother. Always. All right, man. Well, I'll
All right,
talk
bro.
to you later.
Take care.
Yep.
See ya.
Punch out. Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Is my dad's watch. Anyways, appreciate Joe Buccino for hanging out with us. That was awesome. Like I said, I need to have more military. I need to have more guest hosts. CQ always has the guest hosts, but I don't ever have the guest host. So this is kind of cool. The last one I had, so let's make two now. I had Janae Sergio come on, and now I have the most awesome public affair, one of the most public affairs, bestest of public affairs friends that I know, Joe Buccino. All right, let's go back to the calendar right quick. Let me sign in. You'll deduct an hour for my check. Yeah, Mike, just go ahead and take that off of my my more of this account. Can you smell what the Rock is not cooking? Please don't beat me up, Rock. You can break me in half, dude. Don't snap on me. Hang on, let me grab the calendar down, and we can check out. what we have going. Okay, so today, Sarn's time. So I appreciate y'all share, liking, and follow all the shows. And then let me see. Matter of fact, let me just put the show. Let me pull the show lineup up. There we go. Yeah, let me get this right here. Let me grab my cameras. Let me grab this. All right. So you're on Sarn's time today. The Rock loves cooking with ice. It's Sarn's time tomorrow. We either have FTX on Friday, which I think CQ does every other Friday or something like that, and then we have co-ops on Saturday with Nemo and the crew over at WTF Nation Gaming, or he will just grab up some people and game. You'll never know. There are some gamers out there that run foundations to support veterans and PTSD and adaptive athletes as well. So if you want to check out the co-ops, and then Sunday, the sports bar, I love that show. I mean, if you want to enjoy a sports show without all the BS, but you want to hear some BS, there you go. Does that make sense? It's like fun. It's a fun show. And that's with of course, the actual King Smith and what do you say, the coach. The Monday edition. Oh my. The Monday edition. I have coming on to the 26th. I have Amy Frank with Michaela Moralato. Remember I was telling you about that one Italian personality that knows a lot about the CSM Carlson case. For those of you asking, she will be, I guess you could say this is an exclusive. She's going to be on to shoot the shit with us and with Amy from their group, the Never Alone Foundation. So I think it'll be worth your while to watch it and also listen in and see what their foundation's all about. And then what do we got on Tuesday? Pop Culture Warrior, Doug Stone. Oh man, Doug Stone. Where do I know that name from somewhere? Who's Doug Stone? Doug Stone. Oh, he's an anime. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, he does a lot of animation voiceover work. Ninja Scroll, Metal Gear Solid, Ghost in the Shell. He's got a lot of work, a lot of freaking. I don't know. You guys know this face? Let me see. Look right here. There you go. Hang on, let me do a window cap here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There you go. There it is. So let me see. There we go.
Look, Norris, you okay? No, I'm awesome.
Angelina Poultry. There you go. Okay, so it's gonna be pretty cool. At any rate, I think that's just a commercial for his of Hatched. I was old. I was an old trailer. Okay, there you go. But Ninja Scroll, Metal Gear Solid, and Ghost in the Shell. He's going to be on to join, of course, Pop Culture Warrior. Retired General Martin with his battle with bipolar disorder, we think would be a good guess. I don't know. Like I said, if you guys know of a guest or something like that, tell them to hit us at contact@WTFNationRadio.com, and then we'll be able to help you with that. And then that's on Tuesday for Pop Culture Warrior. And then Wednesday, of course, is the Sorents at the Smoke Pit. And, of course, back to me and Spanky today on Thursday. Make sure you share, like, and follow. We got freaking 5 streams going on live currently. Hate or no hate, whatever. You have well, actually you do. You have 5 pages to choose from. You get General Madison. We're trying to, we have 2. Yeah, you have your choices of 2 Facebook pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. 2 YouTube pages at U.S. Army WTF Moments or WTF Nation Radio. And then, of course, the X app. That's where all the fire is at right now, man. We got some. The X app is where everybody's rocking. So with that, yeah, I think that's it. I think I covered everything, right? Anyway, again, we appreciate y'all hanging out. And again, a shout out to Joe for being our guest host for tonight, and he, like I said, just timed it just perfect. But anyway, make sure you have a good night and shots. See you in the inbox.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
In the barracks where the madness breeds, a soldier's tale of wild misdeeds, from the chow hall to the PT grind. You won't believe the things you'll find. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private tensions far from the norm, in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos, the truth is told. From the field to the base, the legends grow. Army double the force, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerge straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm, in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos, the truth is told. From the field to the base, the legends grow. Army double the force, the madness we know. A Humvee stuck in the mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. Emerge straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm, in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos, the truth is told. From the field to the base, the legends grow. Army double the force, the madness we know. In the ranks where the wild things roam, every soldier's got a tale of their own. From the absurd to the downright strange, Army double the force, it never will change. So raise a glass to the tales untold. In the Army's world where the brave and bold live the moments that make us say, Army double the force every single day.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.